Kevin Hart's ex-wife, Torrei, just leaked some pretty wild information about Kevin, and it looks like homeboy has been wiling under our noses for a long time. Y'all know how everybody and their mama have been swearing that they were never at the freaky Diddy parties. Well, word on the streets is that Torrei not only confirmed that Kevin attended the freaky parties, but she's also claiming that there's a lot of videos of Kevin at the parties. And well, let's just say that the things he allegedly did were not PG friendly, and Torrei is more than willing to spill the tea. So let's get into this. Now everyone knows that Torrei and Kevin do not get along, and honestly, who can blame her? Kevin did her dirty big time, and it looks like she's finally about to get her lick back. Let's rewind the clock a little so y'all know why she's still salty. Before everything fell apart, Torrei and Kevin had been married for a solid 8 years, or at least she thought it was solid because Kevin decided to end it and filed for divorce. Now, ending a marriage is already tough on its own, but what made things even more painful was how it all unfolded. Kevin didn't just leave the relationship, he left while they were still raising young children together. On top of that, it came to light that he had been unfaithful during the marriage, and this wasn't just a case of one bad decision or a single affair. Word on the streets is that Kevin had been involved with multiple women. To complicate matters even further, there has been ongoing speculation that Eniku, who is now Kevin's wife, was one of the women he was seeing while he was still married to Torrei. According to those rumors, she wasn't someone he met after the divorce, but someone who was already part of the picture before the marriage officially ended. So Torrei wasn't just dealing with the emotional fallout of a failed marriage, she was also left to face the reality of betrayal while raising children and watching her ex move on with someone who may have played a role in breaking up their family. But it gets even worse. See, the wild part about Kevin and Torrei's relationship is that she wasn't just his wife, she was basically his brains behind his success. She helped to write some of the jokes that ended up in his stand-up routines and even contributed to material for his movies. She was all in, rooting for him, building with him, and putting in real work while he was on the come up. But when he finally hit it big, he switched up on her. He gave her no credit for helping. Nad never even cut her a check. Instead, he allegedly spent a whole lot of that money on the women he was messing around with on the side. The crazy thing about this whole divorce was the audacity of Kevin to actually joke about cheating on his ex-wife in his stand-up comedy jokes. In his 75-minute stand-up, inside a supposedly sold-out Madison Square Garden, Kevin admitted to cheating and also lying about it. According to him, he was the sort of person who, once he starts to lie, would keep lying about every other thing. In his own words, I'd like to clarify that I'm not trying to make him out to be the bad guy. That's just what he happened to divulge. I'm a liar, I just am, Kevin told a laughing crowd. Understand something, people, lying will ruin your life. Lying ruined my marriage, he said, adding, that's a lie, I cheated. Let's talk about it though. Let's figure it out. While Kevin Hart admitted to infidelity in his first marriage, he believed the real downfall stemmed not from the act itself, but from the subsequent cover-up. In his own words, cheating was not the problem. Lying about cheating was the problem. He also acknowledged that honesty, even in the face of a painful truth, might have allowed them to rebuild trust and potentially salvage the marriage. Well, he eventually left Torrei, and they've both been throwing messy shade at each other over the years. But it looks like Torrei is about to hit back harder than anything else because fans are saying that she just exposed Kevin for supposedly being Diddy's right-hand man back in the day. Torrei's claims have everyone gagged, but it looks like she's standing 10 toes down behind her claims. Apparently, Kevin has been going above and beyond to erase videos of him and Diddy from the internet because he didn't want anybody tying him to Diddy. But the internet never forgets, and just like Torrei said, I found this old video of Kevin at what looks like the start of a freak-off party at Diddy's house.
We want to thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close. But it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did it.
No. I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. Shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even, I don't want it to come close to the bed, at all. I should look like he fresh off goddamn plane.
There were women in the tubs, and the whole thing looked almost exactly like the freak-off parties that were described during the trial.
We're gonna turn it up. This is my joint. Check. I gotta. All right. Hey, what's going on? It's official. We're here. Dirty Money album release party. Last train to Paris. It's crazy. I decided to switch scenes. Got too hectic down there. I'm up here in the hot tub, doing it official. You know what I'm saying? My nigga Trey's up here. My nigga Fab's up here. You know, when you have a scene like this, you gotta bring bosses with you. As you see, it's female friendly. We got a ladies and a female. She's butt ball. That's what I call it, a raw dog. jumping the tub myself.
Yeah, that does not look good for Kevin, and it's no wonder he has been trying to delete the video from the internet. According to Torrei, Kevin allegedly helped Diddy plan some of his freakiest parties, and in return, Diddy made Kevin into a movie star and boosted his image in Hollywood. Again, everything Torrei is saying about Katt adds up when you think about it, because Katt Williams once hinted at Kevin doing some seriously shady stuff for Diddy. In his chaotic Club Shay Shay interview, Katt Williams didn't hold back, and true to his messy reputation, he threw some serious shade at Kevin Hart. He called Kevin a fraud and even went as far as claiming he was an industry plant. According to Katt, Kevin's rise to fame wasn't all about talent, but more about cozying up to the right people in Hollywood, like Diddy.
In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to LA and in his first year in LA, he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words. He just did his documentary with Chris Rock where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was.
So how simultaneously was he here in Los Angeles doing the same thing? It did happen.
I know y'all heard that part where Katt mentioned that Kevin was groomed on the East Coast. That little comment now has people talking, especially since Diddy was known for running things out there. Well, before the feds stepped in. Now, the way things are lining up has folks thinking there might be more to Kevin's come up than meets the eye. Suddenly, his connection to Diddy doesn't seem so far-fetched, and the rumors are picking up steam, and once again, it looks like Torrei has been proven right. At first, Kevin Hart tried to act unbothered, saying that he wasn't going to dignify Katt with a response.
Kev, you got to get your get back, and I'm inviting you to come on Point Forward, the podcast, and get your get back from the busy week you had.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck getting me to talk about that horse.
However, he was clearly bothered because he decided to fire back, calling Katt a clown who belonged to a circus.
Hey, Kev, you didn't say nothing to Katt Williams when he did a 3-hour interview talking slow yesterday. You didn't put a shot clock on him.
Well, do you entertain the circus or do you watch it, Bert? Which one do you do?
But fans didn't buy it because we all know that Kevin has been to Diddy's freaky deaky parties. Also, there's this other party where Diddy pretty much admitted that he used to sleep in the same bed with Usher. And from the way he said it, it sounded like they used to do way more than sleeping in the same bed.
Fresh off the guard stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, damn, pause, but like, check this out. I mean, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the frosted flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the frosted flakes because he used to always get up early with me. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
What the did Puff just say?
But what's more, Torrei also claimed that Kevin allegedly also pimped women to Diddy, including allegedly Tiffany Haddish. And again, Torrei isn't pulling this out of thin air because when you do a little bit of digging, you see that there's a weird sort of relationship between Tiffany, Kevin, and Diddy. Katt Williams didn't stop at Kevin, and he came for Tiffany Haddish too. He called her a puppet, claiming she was being used by Kevin Hart and some major Hollywood players to push a certain narrative. To make things even messier, he accused her of lying about ever performing at the Comedy Store, saying she never actually did a set there. Katt was clearly on a roll, and nobody was safe.
They think they can rewrite history. Guy Torrei did a beautiful special about the Comedy Store and Fat Tuesday, where he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made... All lies. Steve and Cedric never performed at the Comedy Store at all. Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh.
Oh, and y'all know what's really interesting? Fans also dug out this old video where Tiffany admitted to being at Diddy's parties.
We just wanted to just touch base with you, tell you we appreciate you. We love you.
Thank you. I appreciate you. And all the people out there watching right now.
Hey, yo,
I came to dance for the people, though. I came to party for y'all.
Okay, so what song would you like to hear?
I would like to hear. I sent you some selections.
Okay, hold on. Let's get the selections.
Girl, this Kevin Hart and Diddy rabbit hole goes way deeper than anybody would have thought. And it doesn't look like Torrei is done, because word on the streets is that she has vowed to never stop exposing Kevin. So it looks like we'll be getting some more tea from her soon. But in the meantime, let me know how you feel about this, and then check out this next video.